Hi, this is Bird from Birds SVGs, and in this video I'll show you how I put the Easter egg gift bag together, or Easter egg hunt basket together from the Easter egg hunt SVG collection. First of all, we're going to start with the sides here, and it comes in two pieces. We're just going to join that together. So I'm just popping some glue along this tab, and then this forms the side of your bag, and it curves all the way around from the bottom. Okay, after I'm happy that that's glued, I'm just bending over all of the teeth, getting those into position, turning over, doing it the same to the other side. And then what we're going to do is we're using the outside pieces, and they've got a tiny little notch in the bottom to show you where the midpoint is. And what we're going to do is we're going to line up the seam in our sides as the midpoint, and we're going to line that up with that little notch that's cut in the front and back of your bag. Okay, so I'm just adding some glue to the two teeth either side of the join. Now I know that that's then going to be my central point, and I'm lining the notch in the front or back of my bag up with the middle of those two tabs. And then once I've done that, I know it's perfectly central and the bag will be symmetrical. So the sides will come up to the same point on either side. So I'm just holding those tabs in place, and then when I know they've taken hold, I can start adding tabs or adding glue to the tabs or teeth that come next. Now I'm putting some pressure down onto the side of my bag with one hand to make sure it stays in place, and then I'm putting some pressure onto the tabs themselves with the fingers from my other hand, just to make sure that I'm adding some pressure so the glue will take hold. And as I'm happy that each batch of teeth or tabs have taken hold, then I'll move on, and I'm adding glue to about 4 little tabs at a time. And then I'm making sure that I'm following the curve on the outside of my egg shape. And I keep following the edge until I've used all of the tabs up. Now you'll notice that there is a long tab or an extra section with a score line at the top edge of each of these two sides. I'll be doing them at the end. Okay, so now I'm starting on the other side of the midpoint, and I'm doing the same again. I'm adding glue to about 4 of these tabs. That's about enough that you can handle while keeping the curve along the outside of this egg shape. So I'm making sure that I'm holding the curve in place by putting pressure from the top down with one hand, and then putting some pressure on the tabs with the other hand to make sure that they get stuck down. So here again, I'm adding glue to about another 4 tabs. When we start moving to the other side, because the sides of the bag have already taken shape, you might even be able to add glue to a few more. Actually, I think I got a bit adventurous there and put them on about 6. But as the shape starts to take form and you get a bit more confident with it, you can do that. Okay, so I've done one complete side now of the bag, and I can pop my other side on in place. Again, I'm looking for that little notch that the machine cut in the bottom of my piece to make sure that I've got that central line completely symmetrical. So you want that notch there to line up in between the two central tabs. Now it's not so easy to see when I'm gluing this side because obviously the bag is actually taking shape now, so you can't really see me putting the pressure on the inside of the bag, but it's a lot easier to push down onto your desk. So I can't really push down so much from the top, but I am trying to make sure that I still follow the curve along the edge with my left hand while adding pressure to the tabs on the inside with my right hand. And it's quite a large gift bag, so there's plenty of room for you to get your hand in there. I'd just like to apologise for my voice. I've got the lurgy at the moment. Okay, so I'm just coming to the last couple of tabs on this side. So we've just got one more side to do. And once we've done this other side, we can add our internal pieces that will cover up all of these tabs and make it nice and neat on the inside. So as you can see here, I'm trying to follow the curve still. It's a lot easier with this side because it's already halfway there. So I think I did quite big batches of tabs on this side. Bit of any lift up. If you've got a precision tip like I have, it's really easy to get back in there, add a little bit of glue under any of those stubborn tabs, and add some more pressure and get those stuck down. So it's really not a problem if any of them do lift up, which it looked like a couple did there. Okay, so our bag has now taken shape. And now I can work on these side tabs. So I leave these to the end. And this adds a little bit of structure, a little bit of strength to the sides of the bag. But it also adds some strength to the area where your ribbon will go through. So we're just folding those over and then adding a little bit of glue underneath. And put some pressure on until the glue takes hold. Okay, so now we can add these internal pieces into our bag. These are slightly smaller than the outside pieces on the bag, so they will go in there quite easily. But just to be on the safe side, if you just give it a little bit of a bend, it'll slide right in there and you'll have no problem. And obviously with the wet glue, you've got a little bit of wiggle time to get it where you want it. And then just pop your hand in there and add a little bit of pressure. And then that covers up all of your tabs and it's nice and neat inside. So I'll just do the same to the other side. So I'm just adding some glue to this last internal piece. Give it a little bit of a bend, pop it inside. Then once I'm happy with the position, I'll add some pressure until the glue starts to take hold. Okay, so we've now got our decorative pieces to go onto the front and back of our bag. You can put these on at the end like I have, or you can add it on at the beginning before you actually construct your bag. Okay, now you don't have to add glue to the whole of the back of this piece, as long as you've got it around the outside edge, and then if you've got a few dabs around the internal pieces, it'll be enough to keep it in place. You'll find it a lot easier to align this piece at home because when we're filming these, we can't be right over your project as much as you'd like to be. So at home you won't have any trouble at all getting that in place. But what I've done there is once I've got it into place, I've tipped my bag over, popped my hand on the inside and just added some pressure to make sure that it's stuck down. One thing you will notice about the bag is that it does have a curved bottom. So it's quite a fun bag. You'll probably find that it will sit okay if you've got it out in the grass. But if you've got it on a hard surface, it will roll around. So now I'm just popping my last side, the decorative layer onto the last side of the bag, and it's complete. All we need to do now is to pick some ribbon to pop through the holes, tie a knot on the inside, and your bag will be done. and I hope you have fun going around and collecting Easter eggs in your basket or using it as a gift bag.